Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're gonna learn how to knit this raindrop stitch, and I'm making here a dishcloth. Obviously you can use this stitch for any project. You could use it for a cowl, you could use it for a hat. It would do a nice hat, or you could use it for the sleeves of a plain jumper. But I'm just gonna show you how to work the stitches for this. We have here some make 5-in-1. We have some SSK, some knitted together, some double decreases. I think it's a really nice textured stitch, and this is what it looks like on the back. It doesn't look bad on the back either. I'm using it for a dishcloth, or you could use it as an oven mitt, I guess. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This yarn is sugar and cream, Lily Sugar and Cream, and I have this in yellow. It's 100% cotton, so it's perfect for washcloth or dishcloth. And the pattern for this dishcloth, you will find it on yarnspirations.com, and I will link it down below. It's a website where you can download this free as a PDF with all the instructions, the measurement, the yarn that they're using for it, and yeah, everything will be down in the description below. I'm working it on 37 stitches cast on, so I did a 37 stitch cast on, and I started with a garter stitch here, and I have garter stitch going down on the sides. The stitch repeat is 13 stitches. As you can see, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 repeats. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 repeats with 3 stitches in between them. So now we're getting ready to do an increase row, which will be the first row in the pattern. So if you download the pattern for this dishcloth, you've knitted the garter stitch and you're going to start with this increase row right here. But because I'm here, I'm going to have to do a double decrease and an increase. So in this video, you are going to learn how to do these increases, the decreases, and the number of stitches. The beginning of the project will be all in the pattern that you can download on yarnspirations.com. You can download it as a PDF. So, oops, sorry about moving the camera. I'm going to show you a decrease and increase row. So I'm just going to start with my garter stitch, which is 4 stitches. Okay. Then in the pattern, obviously you follow the pattern. It will say purl 1, and then the next thing it says knit 1, purl 1 twice, and knit another one all in the next stitch, which means we're going to create 5 stitches in 1 stitch. And this is how we're going to go about doing it. So I'm going to go in through the front to knit 1. I'm not going to take the stitch of this needle, but I'm going to yarn forward to purl 1 in the same stitch. I'm going to keep the yarn. I'm going to yarn back to knit another one. Don't worry, I'll show you this again. Then I'm going to yarn forward again to purl 1, and then I'm going to knit yarn back again to knit another one. So I've made 5 stitches in 1, which creates this hole here at the bottom of the raindrop. Then the pattern will say purl another one. And now I have to do the double decrease here to make the tip of my raindrop. In the first row of your pattern, you will just purl 3 and then do the increase again. But this would be, I think this is row number 7. Yeah, this is row number 7. So in order to do this double decrease, I'm going to slip 1 as if to purl, and then I'm going to knit 2 together, knit the next 2 together, and then I'm going to take the stitch that I slipped and I'm going to pass it over that stitch, and that closed in the tip. Can you see? Is the tip of the raindrop. Then I'm going to purl 1, and now I have to do another increase again. So 5 stitches in this stitch. Go through the front, knit 1, bring the yarn forward to purl 1, take the yarn back to knit 1, bring the yarn forward to purl 1, take the yarn back to knit 1. That's 5 stitches in 1 stitch. There we go. Then I'm going to purl 1, and I have to do the double decrease again. So I'm going to slip, knit 2 together, and pass the slip stitch over. There we go. So we're going to continue doing this until the end of the row, and then I'm going to skip until we have to do the SSK and the knit 2 togethers, which will be helpful for you. So the next stitch I'm going to show you for this is going to be the SSK and the knit 2 together, which will be, you will find them on row number 5 and row number 11. At this point, each drop is formed out of 5 stitches, and after this row, each drop will have 3 stitches. So I'm going to start my row with my garter stitch, which is 4 stitches. Then the pattern will tell you purl 1 or purl 3, depending on what row you're on the pattern. And now we're in the drop, the raindrop, and we have 5 knit stitches, and we're going to turn that into 3 stitches. So what the pattern says is slip 1, slip another one, and knit through the back loop, and that is a left leaning decrease. Then I'm going to knit 1, and to make a right leaning decrease, we're going to knit 2 together, and it makes the raindrop tip starting to form. Then I'm going to purl 3, and we have to do the decreases again. So slip 1, slip another one, put your left needle through both of them and knit through the back loop, then knit another one and knit 2 together. One thing I forgot to tell you is that the action rows are: row 1 has increases, row 7 has increases and decreases, and those are the action rows, which will make these holes, yeah. And then the other action rows are row 5, which I'm showing you now, and row 11, which is the same, just the stitch count before you start a decrease is different, but just follow your pattern. Let me just show you again these two decreases. So I'm going to purl to the raindrop, which is here, and I'm going to slip one, slip another, knit through the back loop. Okay, then I'm going to knit one and knit two together. Now I just want to show you, I just want to give you like the not the clues, but the explanation of this stitch as a whole. So I did a cast on of 37 stitches. I worked 8 rows of garter stitch. Then on row number 1 I did the increases. These, you can see these holes. Okay, then row 2, 3 and 4 are just plain knits, purls, knits, purls. Then row 5 has SSKs and knit two togethers. Yeah, then row 6 is just knits and purls. Row 7 is this row, which I showed you at the beginning of this video, has double decreases which form the point of the raindrop, and the increases 5 stitches in one, which will make the beginning of the raindrop. Then we continue again with row 8, 9 and 10, which will be knits and purls. Then row 11 has SSKs and knit two togethers like I just showed you. Then row 12 is usual, just knits and purls, and row 13 has the same points, double decreases which form the point of the raindrop, and increases which is make 5 in one stitch and creates this this hole here in the beginning of the raindrop. Now the pattern will tell you to knit 8 rows of garter stitch at the end. So at the top here, when you finish your repeats, you're gonna knit 8 rows of garter stitch again, and then you're gonna cast off. You will end up with 37 stitches at the top. Obviously on the increase row you will have 65 stitches because we put 5 stitches in one stitch, so we have 7 increases on the rows where we have the make 5 in one. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I just wanted to show you how to make these stitches, how to work this raindrop stitch. And if you're interested to knit, if you're interested to knit this washcloth, just look in the description down below, and I'll put a link there that will take you to the Yarn Inspiration website, and there you can go ahead and download a free PDF with the instructions of knitting this particular washcloth. And like I said, the yarn I'm using is Sugar and Cream, Lily's Sugar and Cream. I will put links down below where you can buy this yarn as well. It's a nice yarn for washcloth, for kitchen or homeware stuff, because it's quite sturdy. Now I did go 1 needle size down in order to make it more tight, the stitches to be more tight, because I find that a very loose dishcloth is not as useful to me. But yeah, feel free to adjust the gauge as you want. I wanted a tighter knit, and I'm happy with this knit. I'm using 3.5 millimeter needles for this one. Even though the yarn says to use 4.5, I went down 1 whole needle size in order to obtain this this stitch like this. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.